You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line in the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line in the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line, the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach it, brains reset. Putting in the work for the most high. Valley of the bones coming back and we gon' ride. Showing you our past didn't start with that boat ride. We a nation made of kings, yeah, we chose right. Bringing our identity back. We the praise of the Lord, they pretend to be that. Judah is something special, they can never be that. We raise the vengeance with the knowledge so our enemies crack. In fact, listen to the class and the topic. Bomb subject matter, breakdowns atomic. Gathering the people, the whole duty of prophets.
Israel United in Christ. We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent, Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1. Hey, Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ, bless. Welcome to Fix Your Face with IUIC New Orleans. We're going to hold it down for Deacon IBL today. Happy New Moon, Israel. I'm your host, Officer Matthew. To my left,
Officer Mikha'el.
Far left,
Officer Micah.
even further left.
Officer Iran.
And we're going to hold down Fix Your Face today. And look, we got a good topic for y'all. The topic is called the aesthetics of music, or the aesthetic property of music. All right? We need topics like this because a lot of people don't understand what music plays in our lives today. Y'all wondering why there's a whole bunch of foolishness going on, why they got the skinny pants movement and you know, the ratchet movement and all of this, that, and the third. Our people all bugged out of their mind. Music plays a big part in it. It plays a big part in it. So, without further ado.
So we about to fix faces, precept upon precept tonight,
Yes, we fixing faces, precept upon precept.
Gonna learn today.
So,
right.
first off, I want to get what is the aesthetic properties of music? What does that mean? What does that word even mean? Let's get that definition.
The definition of aesthetics.
I got the Wikipedia already. The link is already up there. Come on, y'all messing up already. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Come on now, dog.
Pray for the IT team.
Pray for the IT team. Pray for the IT team. Man.
Hey, the IT team does a great job, man.
I sent a list of links.
hey, the IT team does a great job.
All right, all right. So, the aesthetics of music. Go ahead and read that off, Iran.
The aesthetics of music is a branch of philosophies that deals with the nature of art, beauty, and taste in music, and with the creation of our appreciations of our appreciations of beauty and music.
So it is the branch of philosophy that deals with the art, beauty, and taste in music, and with the creation or appreciation of music. Read on.
In the pre-modern tradition, the aesthetics of music or musical aesthetics explored the mathematical and cosmological dimensions of rhythm.
Hey, real quick.
Excuse me.
Real quick.
It's a big word.
You know what this sounds like?
Huh?
Sounds like Egyptology and music. Mathematics and cosmology and cosmological foolishness.
It has a lot to do with a lot of stuff. Music does a lot. Music does a lot.
That's why all these brothers in music is universal. Right there.
Read on.
In harmonic organization.
Uh-huh.
In the 18th century, focus shift to the experience of hearing music.
So in the 18th century, meaning in the 1900s, the focus shifted. It wasn't no longer about the beauty of the creation of the art. It was about what you experience hearing music. So what music actually does to you when you listen to it. Seems like Esau figured something out. Read on.
And thus, to question about its beauty and human enjoyment of music, the origin of this philosophic shift is sometimes attributed to
Baumgarten.
In the 18th century, followed by Kant.
So the aesthetics of music is basically how music affects your experience. How music affects your experience, especially your experience in life. Now, go to the Business Insider. Go to the Business Insider. Yeah.
Former Music X describes the scary meaning that results in today's violent rap music.
So there's a music executive that was out there, and for those of y'all who don't know, I did major. My major in college was music industry studies. That was my major in school. All right. And I went to a Jesuit. Is it Jesuit? Yeah, I went to a Jesuit school. All right, where they taught you about religion and music at the same time. So I gained a lot of listening to Esau talk. Now watch this. This is a former music exec that describes the scary meaning that resulted in today's violent rap music. Read that.
What if rap music is just a tool to turn impressionable listeners into prison-bound degenerates?
Read that again. Read it again.
What if rap music is just a tool to turn impressionable listeners into prison-bound degenerates?
Rap music is a tool that is being used to turn our people into prison-bound degenerates. Y'all got to understand where this is coming from.
Things that make you say,
Y'all gotta understand where this is coming from. This is deeper than just y'all wonder why a lot of the music today you don't agree with. Like, man, why is this even out? Why is this even a thing? Who gave this dude a record deal? There's always purposes and points behind it. Always. Everybody that is signed, they're signed for a reason. No longer is it about your lyric ability, your storytelling ability, your ability to make songs. They will make the song sound hot. That's why you hear a dumb song over and over. You be like, man, well, I like the beat now. I hated it at first, but now I at least like the beat. That's how they get you. Read on.
So it says a tool to turn impressionable listeners into prison-bound degenerates. So that means the music puts a spirit on you.
Yeah. Read on.
That's what one man's claiming to be a former music executive said in an anonymous letter published today by the blog hiphopisred.com.
Go ahead.
According to the mystery man's letter, gangster rap is a product designed to benefit private prison systems.
Now, remember, this is precept upon precept, so don't think I don't have another article to validate this one. I do. Oh, I do. Give me that in Ephesians 4:29. Give me that. He said, according to this letter, gangster rap is a product designed to benefit private prison systems. How would it benefit private prison systems? How?
Because it's turning them into degenerates.
So read that.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good, to the use of edifying.
So if you're using communication that's edifying and uplifting, you're not going to turn somebody into a prison-bound degenerate.
Nope.
But if you're saying certain things in your music that's degrading women, that's showing hatred for your brother, you always got to talk about sleeping with somebody else, killing somebody. Guess what? Why do you think these little dudes is walking around here bugged out their mind, rapping music with no headphones in? Y'all seen that before, right?
Yeah.
They walk up and down the street rapping loud as hell with no headphones in. You wonder why they doing that? They're being hypnotized slowly but surely. Read on.
That it may
Go ahead.
That it may minister grace unto the hearers.
So your communication is supposed to be edifying and minister grace unto the hearers. Esau found a way to flip that.
Hey, can I get a scripture?
Yeah.
Can we get 1 Samuel 16:16? Let's show y'all something about this music. I got it already. Oh, y'all praises.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16 and verse 16. Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player of an harp.
So it says, seek out a man who's a good player of the harp, who knows how to work this music. Read on.
And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, that he shall play with his hands, and thou shalt be well.
So if you're playing a certain type of music, it can take an evil spirit off of you. So in the same token, it could put an evil spirit on you. And that's what they figured out. That's what they doing. That's why they say rap music, gangster rap music, is a tool. Because in the early and mid 80s, we was rapping about self-destruction. You hit it to self-destruction. Get off the drugs. Stop doing this. UNITY, and then it changed to F you, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to shoot you. Niggas with attitude. Why do y'all think that changed? Because they figured out something about this music and how it moves spirits.
Yep.
To add to your point, can we get verse 23? Read verse 23. It goes right along. Officer Mikha'el, you pretty much just paraphrased verse 23. Read that.
1 Samuel 16 and verse 23. And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul.
Because when a lot of our people, like you were saying, they have that wicked spirit on them, because I'm going to kill this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to destroy you. And now let's see what happens when he plays the music. Read on.
That David took in heart.
He took his music. Read.
And played it with his hands.
Come on.
So Saul was refreshed.
Read.
And was well, and the evil spirit departed from him.
That's why they can't stand the uplifting UNITY, help your brother, music like that. They will not make that mainstream. Nope. They would never do that.
Nope. Now watch this. Go back to the article. Read. The man writes.
The man writes that he went to a Los Angeles meeting in 1991 and immediately signed a confidentiality agreement. What followed shocked him and the other people at the meeting.
Because a lot of y'all may not know, especially those of us that was, once chasing the aspirations of record deals and being in the music industry. There's a lot of NDA forms that you sign when you sign to a lot of these major labels. That's why a lot of brothers, when they go to these major labels, it's a wake-up call for them, and a lot of them go independent and stay independent. They use the labels as a springboard, but a lot of them, like all of the little Young Thug and Lil Uzi Vert and a lot of them are the slaves of their record label. They ain't got nothing else to do but what the record label tell them to do, because they getting fed money. Mm-hmm. Watch this. Read on.
The industry executives were asked to promote gangster rap in order to drive up the numbers of inmates and profits for the private prison systems, which funded the business.
So they said they need to promote gangster rap in order to get the private prison systems more inmates. Why? Because they know that black people are very impressionable. When you look throughout history, even when you look at interracial relationships, you got a black man with an Asian, right? Mm-hmm. You don't see the Asian dressed up like a black girl doing black girl. You see the black man among the Asian family doing Asian things. Yep. You got a black man and a white woman. You don't see the white woman among the black people at the cookout.
Come on now.
You see him among them with the casserole with the raisins in it.
And you know what's crazy? If you talk to a lot of older generation, I remember when I was coming up, they would say, "What you got that garbage, that crap? Don't hear that junk." And they turn on like some Al Green or some BB.
As if that was better.
I know, right?
As if that was better.
It really
was
wasn't.
a little bit more subtle, but
you know what I'm saying?
This nigga talk about killing people. Like, y'all listen to this junk? Turn that garbage out. You know, he used some other words.
Like
but-
Curtis Mayfield was a lot better. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
your pusher man.
He's singing about selling cocaine to you in a Cadillac with a diamond in the
Diamond in
back,
the
with a sunroof top. Come on, man.
Lord help us.
Hey, if I can I get a scripture as well? 1 Corinthians 15:33. Because at the end of the day, these devils, they know our Bible. They studied it in order to know what keeps us in sin. And know what I'm saying? Read that real quick.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33.
Bring it out.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
The scripture says evil communication corrupts good manners. So they read that and they say, you know what? Damn, so we can corrupt them with music, the TV, the television, all this stuff that y'all see in the media, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, gangster rap, homosexual rap. Guess what? Look at your communities. You're going to see that in your communities. You got little girls on the streets twerking, singing Cardi B, gangsters toting guns, talking about they going to kill somebody for, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that stuff messes with your mental.
You ever heard the saying, art imitates life?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Because a lot of these dudes, now I'm not going to lie, a lot of these guys, especially the guys that I grew up on, they came from nothing and they made something out of it. You can't keep rapping about being in the hood if you living in the suburbs.
Yep.
Your life has changed. Therefore, your music should change. But that's not what they tell. That's not what the record executives tell you. Even T.I. came out and said, well, yeah, I'm married. I've been married, but the record execs don't want you to talk about your marriage. They want you to talk about smashing other females and doing. You basically have to put on the persona that you're single in this life in order for you to make money for the record company.
Beyonce.
Like that's why Chance the Rapper, that's why he got so much flack, because he told people, yeah, I'm married. He came out, was rapping about family and stuff like that. That's why you don't hear a lot of Chance the Rapper no more unless you
Right.
go look for him.
Right.
Unless you are a fan of his and you go search his music out, you're not going to see him in the public like that. That's why do you think Kendrick Lamar had to stop? Because he wasn't talking about what they wanted him to talk about. Even though he was part of he had a creative control. A lot of the stuff that he was going to start talking about, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear righteousness. They don't want to hear edifying. They want to hear what Young Thug talk about. They want to hear what Lil Baby talk about. Smash some women, do some drugs, get some people free Ray Ray, free Pookie, free all of them. Rap about that.
And for
They
the
don't want
sisters,
that.
All the single ladies, they want to hear stuff like that.
Yeah, Beyonce married, talking about all the single
All the
ladies. Come on now,
I need a
you're
soldier.
married.
No, you need what's his name? You need Jay-Z. You don't need no damn soldier.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now, read that.
All right. Here's part of the man's account of the meeting. Blow that up for me a little bit.
I can see
It
it.
says, quickly after the meeting began, one of my industry colleagues, who shall remain nameless like everyone else, thanked us for attending. He then gave the floor to a man who only introduced himself by the first name and gave no further details about his personal background. I think he was the owner of the residence, but it was never confirmed. He briefly praised all of us for the success we had achieved in our industry and congratulated us for being selected as part of this small group of decision makers. At this point, I began to feel slightly uncomfortable at the strangeness of this gathering.
Go ahead.
The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry which could become an even more rewarding with our active involvement. He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments.
So a guy at the meeting said, look, we put money into privately owned prisons. with this type of involvement of music, you could actually help us to fill these positions. I mean, fill these prisons up. You know what I'm saying? Go to Music and Jail. The article that I got named Music and Jail.
Why you getting that? Can we get a script?
Yup.
Isaiah 42 and 22.
The
'Cause
book.
A lot of us know brothers and sisters in the prison system, and what's the one thing they give them in the prison? They give them that radio. Now I think they got cable now, so they get BET. They stay current with all the new.
They got
all the new music.
everything in there. They got cable. They got video games in certain prisons. They keep them entertained.
This is why I read that. Isaiah 42 and 22.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people.
That's the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They in prison right now, probably singing about Maria.
Robbed and spoiled.
Uh-huh.
They are all of them snared in holes.
Come on.
And they are hid in prison houses.
And they worried about getting out here, but they giving them all the music and all the stuff to keep them corrupted in there. Our people still destroyed in these prison houses. Read.
They are for a prey.
They were a trap, like the school to prison pipeline. A lot of times, if you they on the Snapchat, this TikTok, all this crazy music, leading their behinds right to the prison system.
That's why they got what's known as the hip hop police.
Yep.
They will sit there and they will watch you. You talking about drugs and guns and money and all of that stuff in your raps? Well, guess what? These people are gonna watch you.
Yeah.
And if you really are doing what you say you're doing,
They'll sign you.
guess what?
might
You're
get a
going
deal.
to go to jail.
Yep.
Guess what happened to the rapper Mac that came out of New Orleans?
It was jail.
He went to jail. You want to know why? Not because they found him guilty of the crime that he was accused of, but because his music said murder, murder, kill, kill. It's real on the battlefield. That was the song that the jury that was played for the jury at his trial. They convicted him off of his album.
Wasn't
he
that-
just got out like earlier this year.
Oh, so didn't that happen on the Boondocks when he's like, I hit him with the Hennessy, and they locked his ass up on stage and drug.
Yes, Thugnificent.
Thugnificence.
But guess what? It comes down to that reality type of thing. You know, you can only rap if you really live in this stuff. But why should you be living that way? Why not teach something different since you made it out? Why you think Master P not popping no more?
Because he ain't talking about the same thing.
Because he said, look, I done made it out the hood, now I'm trying to teach other young black men how to make it about the hood. Now watch this. And we're going to show you. First, we got to show you what their plan is. Then we're going to show you the psychological effects behind it.
Oh, here we go.
Read that.
Facts about hip-hop in prison for profit.
Now, remember, the other article was talking about them building privately owned prisons. Dude couldn't drop no names. So I know they got some people out there. Oh, that. Y'all just pulled that out of nowhere. Okay.
We're going to see.
Look at the years that have gone by. We had Public Enemy. They were talking about Fight the Power.
Yep. Yes, sir.
It was politically charged music.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the 90s, you got NWA. They start to influence a lot of different people. A lot of people was influenced by NWA. And guess what? From there, you get all of these people that's talking about selling crack now. All these people talking about dope now. Everybody is on the rise. You got the gold rope chains. You got the nice Adidas. Then this stuff starts switching over. And as stuff starts switching over, the 1994 crime bill gets introduced.
Yep.
And the music just so happens to get worse. You think that was by accident?
Come on now, dog.
That was decisive. In order for the music to shift, guess what? The prisons are going to have to adjust with it. Why you think name a country song that's talking about killing Billy Bob? Putting Becky on the corner to make me some money.
Nope.
Nobody's doing that. You can't go. Country songs is about pain. That's why they didn't like Lil Nas X. It's like, nah, this little Negro can't come up in here and do country. Country is sacred.
Yep.
And you know one thing also, Matt? They believe it or not, they got little white kids that rap that gangster murder, but guess what? They'll never get a deal because they don't want that in any damn community. They got little white girls that rap about selling their butt and all that stuff, but that would never, you would never hear about it because they say, I'd be damned if I back this and let this go in my community.
Yeah, that's why the little cash me out girl, they threw her to the Negroes.
Yep.
Like, you want to be a Negro? You go chill with them then.
Yep.
We'll see you in about 5 years when you got 3 kids.
Yep, because you don't see the equivalent of the white women twerking and just exploiting their body, shaking their behind in front of a camera as much as you see our sisters doing that.
Nope. And if they do that, they're not going back to their community with
Oh,
that.
no.
They staying in our community
Yep.
and making our brothers lust after that.
They probably got AIDS.
Like Officer Iran just brought out about you'll never see little white kids rapping about drugs and all that. You won't see it in the community. You won't see it live. I just saw an interview with Scarface where he said he tried to sign the rapper Haystack and he couldn't sign Haystack. And you know Haystack raps about he was the epitome of Def Jam South from the mouth of Scarface, so you know what he was rapping about. And he couldn't get signed. That's why, because they don't want that Edomite image out there pushing that negativity to get in their kids' minds.
Yep. Hey, get Colossians 3 right before we start reading this facts about hip hop for prison for profit.
So Colossians 3 and what?
3 and 8.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 8. But now you also put off these things. But now you also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemies, filthy communications out of your mouth.
So we supposed to get rid of these things. Rap, a lot of the rap today promotes these things. That's why a lot of the artists that don't talk about what they talking about mainstream, they're underground. You can only find them on mixtape sites, or you got to find them at a show. You got to get the money, the product directly from them. You want their music, you got to go to where they put their music at. If they did put their music on iTunes, Spotify, and all of that stuff, you have to know that artist's name to search them out. You have to search out good artists. That's why with original royalty, we have to create good music and put all of this stuff on the map. We can get rid of all of that evil music. We can get rid of all of that. Read that that article.
The people who own the media are the same people who own the private prisons. The exact same people. And using one to promote the other is or would be, depending on your analyst, very lucrative.
So the same people that own the media are the same people that own the private prison systems. Scroll down. All right, read that. Now watch this. This right here is gonna get deep.
Golden Underground TV recently released an interview I did with them last year. I got a bit animated at the end. Only so many interviews in a row I could handle being asked about Chief Keef. My tirade wasn't really about Chief Keef. It wasn't about Gucci Mane or Waka Flocka or any of the acts spontaneously catapulted into stardom by synchronized mass media coverage despite seemingly universal indifference at the very best regarding their talent.
So what he's saying is it wasn't that Gucci Mane or Waka Flocka or Chief Keef wasn't talented. It wasn't that. Because even Waka Flocka himself said, it's funny how when I first come out saying, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, all this, that, and the third, I'm getting praise. But as soon as I switch my message up, now I'm not getting as much airplay no more. I'm not getting as much promotion no more. Waka Flocka came out and said that himself. So he already sees the fact that there's something behind this. Just because we make this music, why are they loving it so much?
Hey, the article said the same exact people that own the media own the prisons, right? Hey, real quick, I just posted an article in Precept Upon Precept. The link I just posted. Let's pull that up. So let's read this real quick, who this is.
Sherry Ellen Redstone,
Sherry Ellen Redstone.
Sherry Ellen Redstone, is an American media executive with a background in numerous aspects of the entertainment industry
Right.
and related ventures.
Read.
She currently serves as the chairman of Viacom CBS, and president of National Amusements. She's formerly served as the vice chairman of CBS Corporations and Viacom.
Read.
Through National Amusements, Redstone and her family are majority owners of CBS, Comedy Central, BET, Showtime Networks, and the film studio Paramount Pictures.
So they own the media, right? Scroll down. I want, matter of fact, I want early life. Right there. Read that.
Early life and education. Redstone was born into a Jewish family.
Oh, what?
Into a Jewish family.
Hey, drop the mic, turn the TV off. It's over. The same Jewish people that own the media, own the prison system, and they set this up.
Come
Fix
on
your
now,
face.
dawg.
Fix your whole face.
Yes. Hey, read that last one.
Redstone was born into a Jewish family and is the daughter of Phyllis Gloria Raphael and Summer Redstone, and is the sister of Brent Redstone.
Read the last sentence. The last two sentences. She received her law degrees at Boston University School of Law. Why would a law degree person own media companies? Why would she be the head of several prominent media companies? Read on.
She practiced corporate law.
Wow. She even practiced corporate law. Go ahead.
Estate planning.
Here it is.
And criminal law.
Estate planning. Estate planning. Planning an estate.
Yeah.
Seeing how to structure their business.
Yeah.
Read.
And criminal law in Boston area before joining National Amusement.
Hey, you read past that too fast. It said in criminal law.
So she's a law student practicing criminal law and corporate law, and now she owns a lot of media companies that push images to impressionable people.
And even with that estate planning, they planned the estates of these artists. Like when they drug Michael Jackson's name through the mud, and after he died, they were arguing over his estate. Because he brought Sony, and you know how much his estate was worth. That's what she does.
Yup. Go back to the other article. Read that. Whose arrest?
Okay. Whose arrest involvement in underground pregnancy? I'm sorry. Excuse me. In underage pregnancies, concert shootouts. Excuse me. Concert shootouts and facial tattoos.
You need it to be bigger.
Hey, the reader needs to fix his whole face and read.
You need it to be bigger. Yeah, go ahead, Officer Mike.
I help him out. Dominate
Whose arrest? Start whose arrest again?
Whose arrest involvement in underage pregnancies.
So their arrests, their involvement in underage pregnancies. Go ahead.
Concert shootouts.
And
facial tattoos.
Dominate
conversations for weeks at a time, with their actual music a mere afterthought, if thought of at all.
So why would they in the media be more focused on how many times they got arrested, how many women that they got pregnant, how many times they've been in a shootout, or the talk about the shootouts that they were involved in, and why are they always talking about their facial tattoos if they have any? How come their music is always an afterthought? Because the image of the artist matters more than the music that's portrayed. Esau could deal with the hummada shubada shubada whoopada as long as the image matches what they're trying to create.
Yep.
That's why nowadays a lot of these little cats is running around here trying to look like the artists that they listen to. They looking like NBA Youngboy. They looking like a few years ago they was looking like Wiz Khalifa. That's why a lot of little dudes in New Orleans was looking like Lil Wayne. I was clowning the cameraman earlier. He came into the truth looking like Lil Wayne.
Damn.
Came with the long dreads and all that. He came in the truth looking like Lil Wayne. Why?
on now,
Because that was
dog.
one of his favorite artists.
Hey, officer, you put all them ingredients together and you bake it. What do you get? The,
jail.
the American
You get
Negro.
you get a prison degenerate.
Get the Negro.
Read on.
My tirade was about marketing.
So his tirade wasn't about all of the stuff that they do. It was about the marketing. Read.
It was about media power seeking out the biggest pretend criminal kingpins they could find, many of who shamelessly adopted the names of actual real-life criminal kingpins like 50 Cent and Rick Ross, and exalting them as the poster child for a culture.
So what he was focused on was how they find these fake criminals and then use these people as the image of hip hop and rap and music.
Studio gangsters.
Yes.
Yes.
They put all of these different people out there and it's like, why did you choose these people? Have you ever wondered why would they choose a man that was willing to put on a white wedding dress and hold an AK-47? Why is that even a thing? It's going to tell you why. Read on.
It was about an art form reduced to product placement.
Product placement.
Product placement, my apologies. The selling of a lifestyle, and ultimately a huge ad for imprisonment.
Oh, you got to read that again. You got to read. It was about what?
It was about an art form reduced to product. I don't know. I can't get that. I'm gonna start over. It was about an art form reduced to product placement.
So one of the things that there's a rapper named Logic. He looked like a white boy, but he's black.
Yeah.
He said they don't buy music nowadays, they buy the brand. So they're not buying your music because they like you. They're buying who you are, that image. That's why it says the art form has been reduced to product placement. Why? Because before, the art form was a way to speak out. You had Curtis Blow. You know what I'm saying? You had Public Enemy. You had KRS-One. You had all of these brothers that was speaking positivity in their songs, and why was their music pushed to the side? Then you had Tupac, Only God Could Judge Me. Biggie Smalls, You Look So Good. You know what he said. New York, y'all know what he said. You look so good, I'll do something to your daddy. You know what he said, New York. All right, we ain't gonna get into that.
The
But
aesthetic properties of music.
he's regarded as a great. Why? Because of his rhythmic ability to put rhymes together, which he was very good at.
He said, I want to thank all y'all for not calling the police on me while
When I was selling crack to feed my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm selling crack. I'm degrading my people.
That's an honorable thing to him.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm trying to feed my child.
They had this Negro on CNN. I saw CNN quoting his lyrics. It was all a dream. I said,
Yeah.
I couldn't
Why?
believe what I was watching.
You want to know why? Because a lot of our people they listen to it. Why do you think in sad movies they play those chords? It evokes an emotion. You hear that sad music?
Billy died. They played it.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm in my mid-30s. Those of y'all who grew up watching Set It Off. Now think about it.
Well,
Think
please.
about it. Set It Off was about a group of women robbing people.
banks.
They were robbing banks.
Thanks. Yep.
They were notoriously criminal.
Yes.
Notoriously criminal. One of them was a sodomitis.
Oh yeah.
Everybody cried at the end of the movie when they played that song.
When the sodomites got killed.
Oh, I'm missing you.
Uh-huh.
Everybody cried at the like, oh my God, I can't believe they was robbing people.
What do you think was gonna happen?
What did you expect? What you thought was gonna happen? Why do you think what those of y'all who still watch sports, you watch the NFL and all of that, why do they come to tears when the national anthem is played? Matter of fact, get that in Daniel 3. Get that in Daniel 3. Y'all got to understand the role throughout history that music has played. Now, this brother is sitting there talking about it was an art form reduced to product placement, the selling of a lifestyle, and ultimately a huge ad for imprisonment. Why? Because how many rappers that we grew up on was always talking about going to jail? We watched Tupac go to jail.
Yep.
Biggie talked about going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these different artists, they talked about going to jail or what happened when they was in jail. Or if it wasn't for this, I'd be dead or in jail.
Oh.
Yeah, I sold crack. I evaded the police. You know what I'm saying?
But in the same breath, the dude would say, kick in the door, waving the fofo. Nigga, where you think you going?
Exactly.
You run up at people. We got a lot of work to do.
But to the point about fake drug kingpins, meanwhile, he is putting his child through college, talking about he's the Iceman, the snowman.
Yeah.
Talking about he's the snowman. Jesus the snowman. Put his child through college on lies.
And then married
Moab.
Moab, yeah.
Come on now, dog.
Read Daniel 3:8.
The book of Daniel, chapter 3 and verse 8. Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psalteries, and the clamor, dulcimers, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image.
So they said whenever you, king, made a decree that said whenever this music is played, everybody bows down and worship this image. Now, you bring that to nowadays, you got to put your hand on your heart and sing the national anthem. And they got people that actually cry listening to this song. I used to always wonder, like, what is this? He's like 6'2", 265, and he got tears running down his face with war paint on because he about to go crush another man on the football field.
But you know how they do it? They'll get somebody like Whitney Houston out there.
Yep, to
Luther
sing
Vandross. They
Yep.
get our people to sing this
Yep.
song. And then
Yep.
Jake out there crying, yeah, man, you know, it touched my heart.
Hey, you know what they're going to do now? You know what they say they're going to do now? They're going to play the black national anthem going forward. They're going to play the regular national anthem and the black national anthem. Because you want to know why? Because you want to know why? Huh?
Lift every voice and sing?
Yes. You want to know why they're going to do that? Because sports is the only time black people and white people could come together and it ain't no beef. Black people and white people, you like the Saints, I like the Saints, we good until the Saints game is over.
Yep.
You like the Philadelphia Eagles, I like the Philadelphia Eagles. You got a Philadelphia Eagle t-shirt, I got on Philadelphia Eagle t-shirt.
And you know what's
we
crazy?
got on apparel, we cool until the game over.
Because then everybody all of a sudden they magically gets drafted. They language change. Yeah, we doing good this
us.
year. Yeah, us.
Yeah.
We yeah. How
What
we
that
looking
coon
this year?
was that talking about the last name? I'm proud of my last name. Huh?
LaDainian
LaDainian
Tomlinson.
Nigga was
Damian
crying.
Tomlinson.
That nigga was crying at that slave day.
This dude said, this is our name.
Hey, Israel, change them hot coon names, man.
Yeah, if you ain't Israel, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all coons running around this thing talking about I'm Smith.
Right.
Smith for life.
Smith.
We're supposed to be talking about the aesthetic properties of music.
Hey,
You get back. Ooh.
got a coon on deck.
Got cut.
Yeah, read on. In the article, read on. This is not my opinion. Matter of fact, read. It was about an art form.
What was that? Okay, there it is. It was about an art form reduced to product placement, the selling of a lifestyle, and ultimately a huge ad for imprisonment. This is not my opinion.
Now watch this. He said, "This is not my opinion." Read.
Last year, Corrections Corporation of America, CCA, the biggest name in private prison industry, contacted 48 states offering to buy their prisons. One stipulation of eligibility for the deal was particularly bizarre. An assurance by the agency partner that the agency has sufficient inmate population to maintain a minimum 90% occupancy rate over the term of the contract.
They got to maximize how many Negroes they lock up.
Keep a 90%.
They have to have a 90% occupancy rate throughout the course of the contract, however long the contract is.
Can I get a script?
Yeah.
Let's get 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 3.
How do you think they're gonna do that? Keep the prisons 90% occupied. Well, guess what? They got brothers that's all over Chicago, brothers all over New Orleans, brothers all over Georgia. They getting killed, they getting arrested. All of these different little rappers nowadays is all going to jail behind this charge, that charge, murder charge, drug charge. All of these people is going to jail and it's being publicized in the media. So what that's gonna make the other young people do? Well, he went to jail.
Yeah,
that's my idol. I like him. I look up to him. So jail must not be all bad.
Didn't Bobby Smyrna like sign his deal and get arrested in the same week?
I don't know if it was the same week, but yeah, he went to jail because of the music that he made. I don't know if it was the same week, but it was because of his music.
And how people destroy it. They get out and then they say, yeah, I like to think all the people that held me down while I was in prison.
Nigga.
Yeah.
And
Nobody told you stop doing the dumb stuff you was doing.
Exactly.
But everybody holler, free my boy.
Right.
Get a shirt made.
Hey, and while you was in court, the court was empty.
Ain't
With
in there.
nobody in there but you and the judge and your lawyer. Everybody else, on the outside in the way back. Yeah, I got you back here. Free Tukey.
Yeah, I just remember that. They were like, hey, such and such. He put an album out while he was in prison. I said, what?
Yeah, talking about Tupac, probably.
Yeah, come on.
Go ahead with that scripture.
Yeah.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 3. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you.
It says, with feigned words, they'll make merchandise of you. So they give you this contract and all this lucrative record deal. You're going to be rich and famous. But you got to rap about killing your people, selling drugs to your people, impregnating your women and leaving the mother that raised the baby by themselves. All this niggerdom, you got to rap about it, and you got to go to jail.
And you know one thing now I'm actually thinking about it, because I used to listen to music. I'm like, dude, get on the track. Dude, I got a gun, I'm going to kill him, dude. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm like, how the hell did he get a deal? He thinking he the shit's nits whole time. No, nigga. Excuse me. No, Negro. You can't rap. They just want to use your degenerate behind to motivate the community to do murders and etc.
Yep.
Fix your whole face, officer. Fix your whole
So
face.
you Negroes who think you can rap and that you didn't blew up because you got talent, that's not the case, bruh.
Hey, learn like Bishop said, learn the scriptures first before you start trying to do music. Before you start music, learn the scriptures.
They said the scripture said they would make merchandise. Them going to prison is them being made merchandise out of, because the whole prison industry is being funded by these degenerates through the music.
I know factually, a few years ago, they said for every bunk that's filled in New Orleans Parish Prison, or Orleans Parish Prison, they get $30,000 for every bed. Them beds that's in there ain't worth $30,000, but the body that lays on it is worth $30,000.
That's a college degree.
Yeah.
Yep.
They get 30 grand per inmate.
Damn.
In OPP. They get 30 grand per inmate. And that was just a few years ago. It probably went up.
Yeah, it's probably up now.
Read that. Read on in the article.
What kind of legitimate and ethical measures could possibly be taken to ensure the maintenance of a 90% prison occupancy rate?
I would like to know that too. I'd like to know how could you guarantee in a contract? Remember, these are business people. They said we need you to guarantee a 90% occupancy rate. How could you guarantee that? How? Read on.
2 months later, an anonymous email was sent out to various members of the music and publishing industry giving an account of a meeting where it was determined that hip-hop music would be manipulated to drive up privatized prison profits.
Did we not just read that?
That's what I was about to say. Fix your whole face, precept upon precept.
Did we not just read that there was a meeting that took place? There's a reason why I'm bringing that meeting up. Read on.
Its author, despite claiming to be a former industry insider, did not provide the names of anyone involved in the plot, nor did he specify by which company he himself was employed. As such, the letter was largely regarded as a fraud for lack of facts.
Read on.
90% of what Americans read, watch.
And that's largely why you got to sign those NDA forms. So
Non-disclosure.
anything that they're doing
Can
can be brushed off. Like what?
They denied in court.
There's no proof of that. All you gotta do, come on now, and then you're in violation because you signed a legally binding contract to not share any information. So
You know,
now you doubly effed.
That sounds like a Mission Impossible movie. Like if you're caught, we will disavow any knowledge.
That sounds like what they do with the president, that plausible deniability.
That's exactly what they do. Read that.
90% of what Americans read, watch, and listen to is controlled by only 6 media companies. We just read that. PBS Frontline has described the conglomerates that determine what information is disseminated to the public as a web of business relationships that now defines America's media and culture.
So 6 media companies that they describe as a conglomerates, they determine what information is disseminated to the public, and they call it a web of business relationships that defines America's media and culture. So the clothes that you wear, it was predetermined that you would wear skinny jeans. It was predetermined that we would wear baggy jeans. It was predetermined that y'all would wear mohawks. It was predetermined that y'all would put blonde streaks in y'all hair. All of this stuff was already premeditated. They already knew about this kind of stuff, and all they had to do was promote it once to you.
And not only that, officer, back to that prison point, if you ever been to jail, I know a couple of us have probably been to jail before. They put you in that cold-ass holding cell where they put you on the floor with that. They put you on the floor with a mat. Sometimes you didn't get a mat. They just put you in there and get that hard-ass peanut butter.
Yep. Your shirt is your blanket.
Yep, that's it.
And your shoe is your pillow. Read on.
Business relationships. Last year, a mere 232 media executives were responsible for the intake of 277 million Americans, controlling all the avenues necessary to manufacture any celebrity and incite any trend.
I need you to read that again.
Last year, a mere 232 media executives.
So 232 media executives, not media companies, 232 media executives were responsible for what?
For the intake of 277 million Americans.
Meaning everything that you watched and everything that you've seen in the media, they was responsible for it. Read.
Controlling all the avenues necessary to manufacture any celebrity and incite any trend.
They were able to manufacture any celebrity and incite any trend. They could have started a one shoe on and one shoe off trend, and people would have followed it because they would have known exactly who to make do it and who was going to follow it.
So you saying they might be responsible for these tight pants?
They are. It's not might. They are responsible. Because when I asked a lot of people, when I came home, it was tight pants. It was like an overnight shift. I'm like, one day we wearing baggy stuff. The next day I'm being clowned for wearing jabos.
For the man purses.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, where did this come from? Everybody agrees. Damn, it kind of did pop up out of nowhere. There was no gradual increase into the skinny jeans. It was just one day, boom, skinny jeans, Thanos snap. Read on.
Time Warner, as owner of Warner Brothers Records.
Now, I want y'all to understand it. Time Warner owns Warner Brothers Record Company. Read.
Among many other record labels.
And other record labels Time Warner owns. Read.
Can not only sign an artist to a recording contract, but as the owner of Entertainment Weekly, can see to it that they get next week's cover.
So Time Warner owns the record label. The record label owns the media companies. Why do you think Lil Yachty was in How High Part 2?
Exactly.
Why do you think that all of these different rappers and all of these sisters is doing stuff that they going in movies now? They being on television commercials. You think Cardi B did that Pepsi commercial just off the fly? No. The media company is owned by her record company. Therefore, they can take any celebrity. They can make anybody a celebrity. Cardi B is in Fast and Furious. I'll be John Brown. Read on. Read on.
Also, the owner of New Line Cinemas, HBO, and TNT They can have their artist cast in a leading role in a film that, when pulled from theaters, will be put into rotation first on premium, then on basic cable.
So they can put them in the acting roles.
Like if they get on a line, they just say, you going straight to TV.
They control the media.
Yeah. Hey, there's a link that I just posted about Warner Brothers, the Wikipedia article. Could y'all open that?
They control the media.
So let's read about Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers redirects here for the characters in Animaniacs.
Just type Warner Brothers Entertainment Incorporated.
Okay.
That's what I want. This Wikipedia article.
The one
Started right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Founded in 1923.
Okay, founded in 1923 by four brothers, Harry, Albert, Sam, and Jack Warner, the company established itself as a leader in the American film industry before diversifying into animation, television, and video games, as is one of the big five major American film studios, as well as a member of the Motion Picture Association.
So Harry, Albert, and Sam and Jack, that's the Warner Brothers. Drop down to history. But y'all see Viacom and all that other stuff in there too, right?
It clicked off. You want that one?
But look, let's read the company's name origin.
The company's name originated from the founding Warner brother, born Wansel Roron and Warkalasker, I guess it's that, from Alsatian
Before
Anglicization.
Before they Americanized their name.
Yes.
Yes.
Harry, Albert, Sam, and Jack Warner. Harry, Albert, and Sam immigrated as young children with their Polish Jewish mother to the United States from Kanoshkelek,
Polish Jewish. You have Amalek at it again. You have Amalek at it again. Do you every time we look up somebody that owns the media, it Jewish, that ish come up every time.
Yep. Go back to the article.
That ish come up every time, man.
So, not only do they own the record companies, but they own the media outlets to put their artists on. If they want them on TV, guess what? They're on TV. If they want them in movies, guess what? They're in movies. It's easy for them. It's not like they have talent. Read.
They can have their artists cast in a leading role in a film that went pulled from theaters. Okay, we're a little bit farther than that. No, without any consideration to the music whatsoever. The artist will already be a star, though such monopolies also extend into radio stations and networks that air music videos.
Hey, it said without consideration to music whatsoever, the artist will already be a star. Like where on God's green earth did Lil Baby come from? I ain't never heard of him before he just popped on the scene and he was a star.
All of these Lil
Durk,
Lil Waterbed,
Lil Pistol Starter,
Lil Tabletop, Lil Nike Strap, all of these little dudes, they coming out of nowhere. Hey, real quick, let's show them some of their rap. Hey, put the little boy on there. Put the little boy on there. King.
KY?
King.
KY.
This
Now,
dude here.
It's a new thing
now,
right here.
those of y'all who have children, I suggest you cover their little ears because I know they ain't never heard nothing like this before.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I need y'all
Disclaimer.
to cover. This right here is about to fix your whole face. Play that. Play that.
So rude. Yeah, I'm laying between my butter legs. No homo. Don't get it twisted. Gang, for real, man. Yo, we 7 in the morning. Yeah, all day, man.
You know, anytime they say no homo, it's homo, right?
Stop, bruh. He's laying down in between another man's legs.
Talking about no homo.
For you didn't even have to fix your mouth to say no homo. You
need to fix his whole face.
Bruh.
Yeah, fix your face, brother.
I bet they all sleep in
Bruh,
the
this
same
is gonna
bed.
be a trend. This is why these little dudes, This is why these little dudes right here, they're going to create the next generation of monsters. You want to know why? Now, I got to put this out there. A lot of times when we talk about the destruction of music, a lot of people say, well, that's what time it is, and that's who's supporting it, right? They say that, well, that's who's buying the music nowadays. No, it ain't. I say this a lot. The parents, y'all are the ones that buy them cell phones. Y'all are the ones that buy the music off of y'all gave them the ability to get Apple iTunes and Spotify. Y'all pay that bill. Yep. So y'all are paying for this music. Y'all, guess what? We still buy music. There's no way on God's green earth that we should not be able to have music of our demographic. Rap is not only meant for young little fake thugs like this. Rap is meant for everybody. You're supposed to learn something. KRS taught about us being the Israelites in a rap song.
Yes.
Original Royalty got brothers and sisters that are putting out music that are edifying the people. And they not 16, 17 years old. We got to start to get out of their mindset that music is a young man's game. Now, I understand why they say it. Because a lot of these dudes use music as a way to F off in life and just get quick money. That's understandable. But there's an edification aspect behind it that can be exploited. And a lot of it is not being used the right way because music is not in our hands. It's in the hands of our enemies. Hey, get the other one. Get the other one. Yeah, there wasn't bobsled training. They was KYing. Hey, go back to his name.
Go back to his name. Go back to his name.
They were training.
You see that?
Like,
Hey, rewind it. Go back to his name.
Make sure they can see his name.
Because his name ain't King. He's KYing. Where the KY?
His name is K-Y-Ing.
KYYNGG.
That is K-Y-Ing.
If that ain't the most sodomitish way to spell king.
I'm still trying to get past, like, it says King lets his blood gang homies. These supposed to be blood, like, back in the day, Bloods was like some fierce dudes.
like hardened, you know,
Bruh.
like gladiators. These dudes are no joke.
This
Bruh.
dude,
Bruh.
this dude run up on you saying, run your pot. I'm like, bro, I can't run nothing.
Like, ain't you that nigga that was on a video laying between that dude's legs? That's what you gonna remember. That's your legacy.
Bruh.
Run what? Man, you better go back.
Come on. Come on, man.
Oh, blood. Booty love on other dudes.
Oh, damn, homie.
That's what they doing. Booty love on other dudes. Go to the
Fix
next
your
one.
whole face.
Go to the next one. Yes. No,
Fix
not
your
that one.
face.
Not that one. The other one, man. You didn't send him the dudes. The dudes that was with the pistol in the car.
It's
Yes.
Yeah,
It was a WorldStar video.
Oh yeah, them some
The dude
fierce
with the
looking
pistol
dudes,
in the
too.
car.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Here
yes,
we go.
there you go.
This is the modern day rappers. Right
Now, I want y'all to understand something. Remember, the articles was talking about a lifestyle. The scriptures talk about filthy communication. It talks about all of these things. Why is it talking about these things? Because the filthy communication that's being used is geared for your children. Who owns WorldStar? Esau own
The
WorldStar.
same people that own Warner Brothers, the same people that own Viacom, own WorldStar.
And you pay $50 for your video to be on WorldStar. I know, because I was trying to be. I'm telling you. I know all the marketing. Play that.
Fuck you thought this was, nigga? Fuck, come here.
Come here, bitch.
About to go down. He about to.
Uh-oh.
Come on, bruh.
Come on now, dog.
I'm glad they
right
put
there.
the face
Come
there.
on, man.
I'm glad they put the face there.
Fix your whole face.
Because,
on,
bruh,
man.
that's who y'all listen to now. Now, these ain't rappers. But they look
listen-
like them.
They listen to him.
They look like them rappers. They
Notice-
look like the Chief Keeps and the Lil Durks and
How
all of
is it?
that.
The
They
tattooed
look like-
face.
They look like they rap about
They look
murder.
like all of that.
They look like they rap about murder.
They look
every
like they
day.
got a little Uzi Vert playing in the background right now.
Hey, wise man once said, once you get tatted on your face, bro, you feel to the brim.
That's it.
Satan done poured
Filled
every drop.
to the brim.
He done poured every drop. He done got the dregs of the cup. You feel to the brim, bro. Get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that.
Oh,
Go back to the article. Bruh, that's what these dudes is doing. And y'all can try to run my background. I don't care. I don't care. I erased everything off the internet because I had control of it. I erased everything. Y'all ain't gonna find it unless you come to my house. So go to the next one. And some of y'all done heard the stuff that I was telling you. Scroll down on that. It says
your
Gunshot
face.
Skittles.
Fix your face.
Right there. You may be thinking.
You may be thinking, well, Vanguard is only the third largest holder in those media conglomerates, which is not guaranteed that they're calling any shots. Well, the number one holder of both Viacom and Time Warner is a company called BlackRock. BlackRock is the second largest holder in Corrections Corporations of America, second only to Vanguard, and the sixth largest holder in the GEO Group.
So, BlackRock that owns Viacom and Time Warner is also the second largest shareholder in the CCA. So you don't think that the private prisons got something to do with the music that's being put out in the media and the images who came out? Who in the hell let Flavor Flav have a TV show with all them women dressed like that? And then after that, gave 100 different spinoffs. Real Chance at Love, I Love New York. You had Shaq dating one of the girls from Flavor of Love. Mm-hmm. They had old girl Delicious on there. You know what I'm saying? Now they got what? What is it? Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop.
They got Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Baby Mamas of Miami. Yep. They got all kind of stuff going on now. What else?
Real Hoes of Florida.
Marriage Boot Camp.
Ain't none of them married.
Come on now, dog.
Wow. They got all of these
All
different
that fornication, and they got a marriage boot camp with all that fornication.
And I bet you it's ratchet.
I
bet you it's ratchet. I ain't never even heard of it before. I bet you it's ratchet.
Brazilian
it's on
butt lips and
VH1.
fake breasts.
It's ratchet.
Yep.
It's ratchet. If it's on VH1, it's ratchet.
Hey, guess who owns VH1? Viacom.
Yes. Wow. So they lock them in the mansion and make them expose all of the stuff that's going on and the problems in their relationship. That's what happened. Give me Hebrews 13:4. Give me Hebrews 13:4. When you not and guess what? A lot of times, a lot of our sisters nowadays, that's why they so bugged out. They watching stuff like Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Marriage Boot Camp. They're watching all of these celebrity relationships, thinking this is how a relationship is supposed to be. Why do they think that? Because they're impressionable. Because they're looking at what media has told them what a relationship is. Not what grandma told them. Oh no, grandma was in oppression. Grandma was oppressed. Yeah, she had 17 kids, and grandpa left an estate for grandma to have, so she don't want for nothing, but she was under oppression. Meanwhile, your black behind got to get out here and work 50 hours with the men, and now you going home all mad and distraught and disturbed in your head because now you got to take care of a household after you done took care of the white man company. Now you upset. Could have had it easy, but guess what? The media has taught us that that's not the relationships to have. Read that.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
God will judge whoremongers and adulterers. And part of that judgment is you being put out there for the world to see. Embarrassment. Married at First Sight.
That's another show.
Oh, my wife saw that. 90 Day Fiance. Bruh, they had females up in there that was straight up harlots.
Come on now.
Straight
dog.
up. And they had to get married.
Oh, my God.
To a man. And they actually had to live together like it was going to work. This is the stuff that Esau plays games with us, bruh. Hey.
Can we scroll back up in this article? So it says BlackRock. Where was that at? Go down.
Right there. You may
right
be
there.
thinking.
It said BlackRock is the second largest holder in Corrections America, second only to Vanguard, right? But it said BlackRock holds stock in both Viacom and Time Warner.
Yeah.
So let's see who owns BlackRock.
They are the #1 holder of both Viacom and Time Warner.
Okay. Hey, there's a Wikipedia article I just sent. Larry Fink, that Wikipedia article. Pull that up. We're going to show y'all again, just in case y'all ain't really been realizing.
Oh.
It says Lawrence Douglas Fink, American billionaire, businessman. He is the chairman and CEO of BlackRock. So scroll down. Let's go to early life and education. It says Fink was born November 2nd, 1952. He grew up in a Jewish family. Woo! Showing y'all again that Amalek is the one running this.
So technically, Jewish own the media. That's what it's looking like.
They own the media and the prison.
The media and the prison companies.
Damn.
Y'all can get out of that. I just wanted to show y'all one more time.
Seems like they got hatred for us or something.
Bruh, hey, read that next paragraph. There are many.
There are many other startling overlaps in private prison mass media ownerships. But two underlying facts become clear very quickly. The people who own the media are the same people who own the private prisons. The exact same people. And using one to promote the other is or would be, depending on your analyst, very lucrative.
So they're using one to promote the other.
He just said what we've been pointing out all night. What we just showed y'all through the articles and the Wikipedia links. They just said it.
Look, bruh, I'm telling you. The aesthetic property of music. Matter of fact, hold that because the time is winding down. Damn, boy. Hey, it's a lot on this one.
Why you getting that? Just read that last statement right there. It's such a scheme.
Such a scheme would mean some very greedy, very racist people.
You can stop right there.
They're greedy and they're racist. Hey, go to the next article. They got hypnotism and brainwashing over it.
So they're getting Northern Kingdom too. They own Telemundo.
So wait. Who own Telemundo? Viacom owned Telemundo too. Hey, that's why
Northern Kingdom getting it.
And I used to watch it when I was younger. That's why they got Sabato Gigante.
That don't even sound right.
It's a bunch of Northern Kingdom sisters shaking their behinds in bikinis. Yep. It's like a big party. I ain't watched it since I was like 16. So, but I did used to watch it. Cause that's what they want, bro. That's what they want. They want us to lust.
Fix your whole face.
Hey,
fix your.
My face is fixed.
Gotta keep it real.
gotta keep it real.
Yeah.
That's what was grown. We was growing up. We used to watch that. Now watch this.
Blow it up. All right.
That's still.
It's owned by Comcast.
That's still Jewish, man.
Still Amalek.
Still a dude.
Musical hypnosis, sound and chefhood from mesmerism
to brainwashing. I got you covered, brother. I got you covered. Scroll down.
Read or fix your face.
All right. Music has long been associated with trances, but very little has been written about the modern Western discussion of music as a form of hypnosis or brainwashing.
Whoa.
I'm going to read that again.
Read that again.
Music has long been associated with trance states, but very little has been written about the modern Western discussion of music as a form of hypnosis or brainwashing.
Damn.
Music, according to Western society, we live in the West, is used as a form of brainwashing. Wasn't Sigmund Freud from the West?
Yes.
You know when they say Western society, you know they're talking about Esau.
Yes. Watch this. However, from Mesmer's use of the glass harmonica to the supposed dangers of subliminal messages in heavy metal, the idea that music can overwhelm listeners' self-control has been a recurrent theme. So remember how people listen to rock and roll and they say, play the record backwards. They got a message in it. Where do you think they got that from? Because they're trying to hypnotize you. They put backwards words in the message, and they used to spin the record backwards and get messages out of the song.
Didn't they do the same thing with Bone Thugs and Harmony? That East 99 album, they play it backwards.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Your Love, with Nicki Minaj. All of that stuff. Watch this. Yep, with 3-6 and all of that. Well, 3-6, they was really worshiping the damn devil. In particular, the concepts of automatic response and conditioned reflex have been the basis for a model of psychological and physiological and psychology in which the self has been depicted as vulnerable to external stimuli such as music.
You know what that's saying, right?
What?
That's saying, like, you remember that the beat test that they had?
Yep.
When people walk in
Yep.
and they hear the beep and they start standing up, and next thing you know, everybody started to stand. There's one person sitting down there like, why are you not standing up when we're standing up? That beep influenced them to stand up and sit down. It's called classical conditioning.
Yeah.
You listen to that for so long, you start to condition and you start to act out that behavior that's being hypnotized and stored in your dome.
I'm going to read it again.
It says, in particular, the concept of automatic response and conditioned reflex. That means as soon as you hear the beat, you start to nod your head.
Yep.
And if you don't nod your head, everybody looking at you like, what's wrong with you?
Oh,
you must not be feeling it.
You ain't hip with this? You ain't down with this?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why do you think these little dudes is walking around with guns? They all got dreads in their hair. They dreads is blonde. They got the skinny pants on. They're sagging below their behind. All of these different things. They are walking around hypnotized and brainwashed and don't even know it. Why do you think all the music sound the same?
Prime example. Smile for me. Let me see your grills. Everybody was niggas was putting aluminum foil in their mouth.
Yep.
People was out of control.
Yep. They used to take the gum wrappers and put the gum wrappers on there.
And you think about it too, let somebody be driving past and playing Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Watch what the
girls.
Watch
hey.
what the superstars doing. The butts go to shaking. As soon as you turn it on, it just like a Thanos now.
Yep.
It just
twerking.
Yep. So this has been introduced. Guess what? Oh, matter of fact, this article will examine this discourse of hypnotic music from an animal magnetism and the experimental hypnosis of the 19th century to the brainwashing panics since the Cold War, looking at the relationship between concerns about hypnotic music and the politics of the self and sexuality.
So that sounds like they use music as part of MK Ultra.
They use music as a way to start to get people to have more sex.
Oh, that's where that sexual revolution came from. Music.
That's where baby making music comes from. Oh, they got this baby making music. It puts you in the mood. Why do you think that they make stuff like that? Why? To promote it more. All the single ladies. Why do you think all of these women walking around talking about, I don't need no man? But now that there's music to back all of that up. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got a ring. Now, even though she's cooking and cleaning, even though she's doing that, but sisters will listen to that music, and now they've adopted that idea because they've been hypnotized and brainwashed to do so.
And guess what? It doesn't just fall on the listeners. The artists actually get hypnotized and brainwashed too. Remember Montel Jordan? He used to sing about all this fornication and having sex with all these different women, and he actually ended up going out committing adultery against his wife.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, play a little bit of that. Play a little bit of that.
Oh, damn.
You gotta think this.
Well, this is deep. The rabbit hole is deep.
Now look. Rap started off, they was politically charged, fight the system. Then everybody wanted to be a dope boy. Then everybody wanted to be a partying dope boy. Now everybody just a junkie.
Yep. This is in the 90s.
Now everybody just a junkie.
As a matter of fact, Molly Percocet. You know that dude ain't never took neither one of them?
Yeah, that's what he said. He made a song called Molly Percocet, but he don't do drugs.
Future don't do no drugs.
So why he made it?
But he influenced all your young people to do it.
Just get to the hook, because this was trouble in the world.
Where the hook at?
It's right in the.
Hey, just play it. We don't know where it's gonna start.
Just get to the hook.
Hey, that's how they get you right there.
That beat.
That's how they get you.
And then Jake, our people don't listen to what they saying.
That automatic response. And it gets you the vibe in your head.
Yep.
This is a story about a friend real close to me. Through high school, junior high, and elementary.
Stop.
We stuck together.
Now, these are the songs that won't ever get played. He's telling a story about somebody that was close to him that ended up being a dope fiend. And more than likely, when you listen to it, it's probably a song of regret, and he wished that it didn't happen to him. But nowadays, Molly Percocet. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Molly was coming out years ago? Rick Ross even said it. Molly all in her drink. She ain't even know it. Like, you talk about raping a chick, drugging her and raping her.
The imagery he was showing was, my brother was struggling, but they don't put stuff like this out no more.
No, because
this
it's not
is troubling to watch. Like his homeboy got strung out.
Yeah.
And
there was one female I saw on TV, not on TV, but it was on YouTube, and she was rapping. She was going in. Like, she was really talking about some real stuff. It wasn't like killing or shaking her behind or nothing like that. And I'm like, man, this female is fire. My wife was like, yeah, that she does sound good. I said, but guess what? She'll never make it. She'll never be heard. She was like, why you say that? I said, because she not half naked, and she ain't talking about selling her body.
Guess what? To that point, Nicki Minaj was known as Nicki the Ninja and was spitting hot fire, and nobody knew who she was. But then she started dressing like Lil' Kim, and she was the #1 female rapper ever.
Lil Wayne paid for her body, and then she blew up.
Yeah, because he had a little boy body at first.
Hey, so now that we know that the music society is geared to, oh my God, to just do destruction to our people, can we get a song? Can we get a song?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite. Give me Psalms 149.
Bring it out.
So, yes, we had to expose, and there's a lot more to go into. Lord's will, we'll probably go into more of it another different time. But music is used as a tool to hypnotize our people so that they can do crimes, so that they can become, like the article said, prison degenerates. They use music as a tool to put in our people's minds about lifestyle, the way they should live, the way they should act, the way they should behave, the way they should talk, the way they should dress. Everything. Everything influences our people. So now we have to unravel all of that. That's why we have to teach on the street how to dress. That's why we have to teach on the street that blonde hair is unclean. And to those of y'all who be defending that blonde hair stuff, you
Stop
wicked
it.
as hell.
Stop
You
it.
wicked as hell.
Stop
Talking
it.
about something, well, we got the Eve gene so we could create all kind of hair. But how come every light-skinned person you see, you say they mixed?
They say they got the Eve gene, but you know every one of Eve babies was black with woolly hair.
And it's a trip part, though.
And if I can, we're not gonna play it. But just type in Lil Nas X. I just want to show y'all something. We're not gonna play this video because it's too graphic. Y'all can watch it at your own discretion.
No, y'all can't. Don't watch it.
Okay.
Do not.
All right. So you see Lil Nas X, Jack Harlow, Industry Baby, right? You gotta think about it. Why did he name that music Industry Baby? Because that's what the industry is pushing. That's what the media wants him to push. He didn't just name it that for no reason. Y'all think about that, man. They call it an industry plant.
How is that not deemed inappropriate? Why is that not blocked on YouTube? That should be blocked. He's
But guess what?
he's
Hey,
but
naked.
look,
we gonna get blocked tonight.
Yeah,
yo.
we'll get blocked.
But look, watch. Go. Like when you type in Lil Nas X, that video that he just
First thing that
named,
came up.
it was dropped 23 hours ago. It's got 10 million views. 10
That's by design.
million. 10 million. Meanwhile, IUIC puts out a video, they mess with our numbers.
IUIC, the day of the Christian Coon, that video should have trillions. I watched that
Bruh,
thing like 3-4
Christian
times.
pastor not
a week.
prepared for the battle. Years
That-
ago,
that should have a million
It-
over.
it
it,
had a million.
had
Okay.
it had over 1 million views. It's never gonna go over 500,000 views. Every time it goes over 500,000 views,
All of that.
it gets knocked back down to like 460-something thousand views. It had over 1 million views. I watched it hit, because when I came into the truth, it was still fairly new.
Yes.
And then over the course of the years, it gained a lot of traction, a whole lot of traction, and hit over 1 million views. And when I went back again, it was at like 400,000 views because they mess with our videos, but they promote that foolishness.
Come on now.
Read
dog.
Psalms 149.
The book of Psalms 149 and verse 1. Raise ye the Lord, sing unto the Lord a new song, and and praise in the congregation of saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrels and harps. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful and glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron, to execute upon the judgment written, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye the Lord.
Hey, David was spitting that hot fire.
Praise ye the Lord.
How you say bars?
Bars.
Bars.
That's the song that we want to hear. That's the song that motivates us.
That's
yes,
right.
we're brainwashed to think that our forefathers had our back. We're brainwashed and hypnotized from the songs of this Bible to make sure that we keep the commandments and the faith of Christ so that we can get up out of here so our enemies are destroyed.
Right.
That's
Praise ye the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Con.
So this has been Fix Your Face with IUIC New Orleans and precept upon precept. I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Lord's will, we'll touch more into it because there's a lot more. We only got through like half of each article just so because we wanted to keep it within the time frame. All right, so we appreciate y'all, Israel. Y'all have a happy Sabbath. Y'all have a happy new moon. All right. I am Officer Matthew to my left,
Officer Mikha'el.
to my far left,
Officer Micah.
even further left.
Also Iran.
And this has been IUIC Precept Upon Precept, standing in for Fix Your Face, and we say
Shalom.
You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line in the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach your brains reset. You listening to precept on precept. Captain Shim break it down to no meat left. Line upon line, the word make you respect. History collegiate when we teach your brains reset. Putting in the work for the most high. Valley of the bones coming back and we gon' ride. Showing you our past didn't start with that boat ride. We a nation made of kings, yeah, we chose right. Bringing our identity back. We the praise of the Lord, they pretend to be that. True, there is something special, they can never be that.